Hi, I'm Professor Tree Fan from the Garvan Institute.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Massey from St Vincent's Hospital in Sydney.
We are working together as a part of a new research group called the Open Coast to Coast Australian Multiple Sclerosis Consortium, or OCCAMS, that is co-led by the Garvan Institute and St Vincent's Hospital, Sydney. It aims to understand the relationship between the common virus associated with glandular fever, called Epstein-Barr virus, or EBV, and the changes to the immune system it may cause in people that go on to develop multiple sclerosis, or MS.
MS is a chronic and disabling disease that affects more than 33,000 Australians. Progressive symptoms such as weakness, cognitive impairment, pain, depression and fatigue are common in MS and significantly affect quality of life and daily productivity, imposing a large economic and health burden.
I first started experiencing symptoms of MS 10 years ago. It has had a profoundly negative impact on my physical and mental health, as well as my ability to live and work independently. Being involved in a project like OCCAMS is very exciting because we are working towards avoiding these kind of outcomes for people who are newly diagnosed with MS.
EBV infects more than 95% of the population worldwide, and yet MS only occurs in less than 1 in 1,000 individuals. Why do only a small proportion of people who have had EBV go on to develop multiple sclerosis?
To answer this question, we've assembled a world-class interdisciplinary team of clinicians, scientists and patient advocates working in hospitals, research institutes, universities and consumer organisations from around Australia and the world, and we'll be recruiting patients from multiple sites in Sydney and around Australia.
For the past 5 years, I've volunteered as an advocate on other MS-related projects. Those studies greatly benefited from having people like myself who have experience living with MS. We are able to provide insight into what is important to us at various stages of our MS journey and what we would like to achieve from a study like OCCAMS.
Working with our industry partners, we'll be using state-of-the-art technology to look at individual cells through a method called single-cell multiomics. Our goal? To figure out the differences in how the immune system responds to EBV in 3 groups of people: those exposed to the virus who have MS, those exposed to the virus who don't have MS, and those who have never been exposed to the virus at all. We will use the biomarkers or signatures that we find in their immune cell profiles, together with machine learning, to calculate a risk score for developing MS.
Our hope is that this research forms part of the basis of future studies focused on preventing MS before it even starts.